Hey everybody, it's Halloween 2020 and we are going to do some pumpkin carving today. We're in the garage even though it's a beautiful day out because it's a little chilly, and working with cold pumpkins makes your hands really get cold too. So we're going to do it inside the garage here, but today we are going to carve these three designs. So get a look at those. And the way I always do it is I do the hardest one first when I have the most concentration, which is this guy right here. And we have already got that one going, so we're gonna work on these. So let's take a look. All right, first things first, the tools I use. Bought a little kit a couple years ago. Here's this scooper. Great for cleaning out the pumpkins on the inside, really hard plastic. It's got a tiny edge on it, not really, but it's excellent for just scraping the sides, scooping it out. Takes you 2-3 minutes with this. You can use a spoon from the kitchen too, a bigger one if you got it. That works just as well. I just like the way this works once I started using it. You got your, what I call that, the heavier knife. Okay, this is for cutting out the top and cutting any big lines in your designs. And then I got what we call the detail knife, which is very, the blade is a lot skinnier, if you can see that. Focus on it. And it's great for doing all the detail cutting. It's smaller cuts, but you can turn it really nice. So those are the three things I use. All right, so like I said, we have already started our work on pumpkin number one, which is our little ghoulish looking one. There's our mess from the insides. We got the top out. We got pretty much most of the face done, as you can see. Got the background and the eyes. Now I got to finish up the mouth. So we're going to tackle this and get this knocked out. All right, so we are just about done with our mouth, which is our last piece here. So I'm going to keep on working that. I'm doing this with the detail knife, coming across here. I'm going to change angle and do a tooth. Coming down from the top of the mouth. So you can really turn this detail knife very quickly. All right. So now we got our mouth, we got our eyes, we got everything. This pumpkin just about done. So what we're going to do now to finish it up, gonna kind of clean out all the stuff. We're going to cut around the sides a little bit to open the hole a little wider so we get a little more light to come through when we put our light inside there later. And then as you can see, we've got some red lines around the edges here. Tough to see, but that's where I drew my face. So I'm going to wipe those off and we will be just about done. So let's get after it. All right. And I am feeling pretty good about this one. Put our top on there. Always good to have a towel with you when you're doing this for your hands and for wiping the pumpkin down. Spin it around, find our fit here. How's it fit? Right there. All right. Pumpkin number one, looking pretty good. We'll light them up in a little while when we get the other two done. All right, pumpkin number one is done. We're going to work on pumpkin number two right here. All right, pumpkin number two. You saw the design. So first thing I'm going to do is draw the face on it because I like to draw before I cut, even though sometimes I end up rubbing out some of the lines, but we're going to do that first. So I need a really huge mouth on this one. I would choose you over and over. I would choose you over and over. I would choose you over and over again. And once we got our face roughly drawn on there, now we're going to dig out the top. Get all this hanging stuff on there. Just going to take our scraper and hit that. Scrape it, whack it, whatever you want to do. Get it cleaned off, set that on the side. Now we're going into clean. And you do things to me like they have never been done. A love like ours could last forever and ever. All right, we're done. Didn't take too long. All right, now we'll get into face number two. All right, so we're in a pretty good spot. We got our face done on pumpkin number two, so we're good. But if you recall, the design is we're gonna have a little pumpkin inside the big pumpkin. So now we gotta do this little guy. We're gonna quick little face on him. We'll be good to go. When I'm down, when I'm dry. Okay, little guy's done. He's gonna go inside here. That might be a little tougher than we think. Gotta put him in kind of, oh, we can't fit him. So now we gotta widen our hole to get this little guy in there. So I don't wanna take out too much or the top won't fit in. But we'll go around and take a little bit off. There we go. So now we got our big one with the scary face and the little one's inside. We'll have to prop up the little one a little higher there. We'll probably put some, I don't know, something underneath them just to make them stick up a little. All right, hey, 2 pumpkins down, 1 more to go. I'm taking a little break. It actually takes a little bit of energy. It doesn't take a ton of time, but it does take a little energy with this. So let's take a look at what we got going here. This is our big mess. Here's our pumpkin area right now. Big splotch of pumpkin guts. That's the top for the second pumpkin. Got newspaper down, there's our towel, you know, a couple other knives there in case you need them. But it's always good to be prepared for any sudden last minute changes on design. And it's always good to be prepared for cleanup as well. Last but certainly not least, pumpkin number 3, which is gonna be this one over here. Pretty easy design. That's the way I do it. I do 3 big pumpkins because I have 3 kids, so we've always done a pumpkin for each one. And of course, when they were little, they got to pick out their face and all that. Now, it's just me doing it. So I do, you know, 2 decent medium kind of designs, and then I do an easy one, just because why not? And it's all freehand, as you notice. Last year, I had a couple designs where I actually used the Dremel tool, which is a little spinny kind of a grinder tool, if you don't know what that is, to make some designs. That was cool, takes a lot more time. This year, I decided, you know what, it's 2020. We don't even know how many trick-or-treaters we're gonna have this year because of COVID and all that. Didn't want to go that crazy with the pumpkin designs, so we did the two mediums and an easy. Pumpkin 3, let's knock it out. Okay, we're starting to work on face number 3, and the worst thing that could have happened just happened. My beautiful detail knife that I've been using for years, saved my butt a whole bunch of times with designs, has just snapped. So, luckily it's on pumpkin 3. I think we can get through it, but gotta get a new kit next year. You are the real thing, the novel before the film, all the nuance, every letter. All right, mouth is coming out. There it is. So, 3 pumpkins done. I'm gonna clean this one up a little bit, and then we're gonna put some light in them, and we'll show you what they look like all lit up, and we'll be done. All right, folks, there you have it. Halloween 2020. There's our pumpkins. There's our little guy inside our big guy. Little smiley winking pumpkin and scary ghoulish pumpkin. There you go. I use halogen lights, little press-on halogen lights that you stick in there. You can find them at any, actually hardware store, but yeah, I don't use candles anymore. Those days are over. But there it is, Halloween 2020. Everybody enjoy, be safe.